We continue to break down the defensive players who were drafted from our game in the 2014 NFL Draft. Reese Senior Bowl Executive Director Phil Savage here to break it down. And Phil, we're talking linebackers today. Our highest selected, Marcus Smith out of Louisville.
Yeah, Marcus Smith, the American Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year, goes number 26 overall to the Philadelphia Eagles in a bit of a surprise. But most of the teams that I talked to during the fall thought that there was a chance that he would go higher than Teddy Bridgewater, and that in fact happened when Marcus went to the Philadelphia Eagles at the end of the first round. Of course, Teddy Bridgewater went number 32, but he'll be a projection to 3-4 outside backer in this scheme under Billy Davis. But Marcus Smith has quite a bit of versatility. He can rush, he can drop, and that kind of player is really what Chip Kelly is trying to build the Eagles around, the player that can do multiple things.
That'll help their defense this coming year. Who got the biggest bump out of being here in Mobile?
You know, I thought Christian Kirksey from Iowa was seen as more of a mid to late round pick during the fall. He comes to Mobile, showed his value in pass coverage and on special teams. Cleveland Browns take him in the third round. I think that that's exactly where he will help them right away, is on special teams on fourth down, in the passing game on third down. But he's a solid player, and of the three Iowa linebackers, he was the one who went the highest.
One of the teams you wouldn't expect to have a need at linebackers, the 49ers, but with Navarro Bowman tearing his ACL in the NFC Championship game, they get a guy who can come in and provide some immediate help.
Yeah, I see Chris Borland, the very productive linebacker from Wisconsin. He's taken in the third round by the Niners, and when the Niners get away from their height, weight, speed charts, they go for football players, and Chris Borland is one of those. I really expect him to play a lot of football early for the 49ers until Bowman is up and ready to go.
Value, a big buzzword when you're talking about NFL draft. Who got the biggest value out of our linebackers here?
You know, a player that I really liked during the season and then throughout the week of practice here, again, speaking of versatility, is JORDIE TRIPP. Outside, inside backer from University of Montana. He goes to the Miami Dolphins. Now, they had and signed a lot of high-priced free agents a year ago. Didn't get as much production out of them, so they have 1 year, the 2014 season, to show what they can do. And I think JORDIE TRIPP can work as a backup this year, potentially start in 2015.
Give me a name to keep an eye on, your spotlight choice, as you like to call it.
Well, I think the obvious one from this 2014 draft is Michael Sam. Now, we're talking about linebackers. In real life, he's going to be a defensive end for the St. Louis Rams, but he came to the Senior Bowl as an outside linebacker projection. It did not work out as well for him as what many hoped, so he ends up going to a 4-3 team with the St. Louis Rams. He's got to make the team as a situational pass rusher and special teams contributor, but obviously no player is under the spotlight more than Michael Sam this year.
That is true. That's our linebacker. Tomorrow we're going to look at the defensive secondary.